What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I am once again going to do the Christmas haul, but this time we're going to break it up into two parts. It's going to be what I got myself for Christmas, followed by what I got for Christmas from other people. And this year I decided to focus on doing the video about what I got myself for Christmas first, and then we'll jump into part two. If that sounds like something you would enjoy and you're just as nosy as me as to what everyone got for Christmas, then definitely stick around. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. It's reading time here at JBay's Corner. For those of you that are new here, my name is Jaya. I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday, primarily on bookish related content, with a little bit of randomness here and there. Today would definitely qualify as one of those random videos. So thank you so much for being here. For those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support, for being here, for watching these videos, for your commentary, for your subscription, for your support, in encouraging me to continue put out these videos about reading and sharing that love of reading with such an amazing community. I cannot thank you enough. I am slightly under the weather with a residual cough that has not been leaving me alone, so I do apologize if I sound a little stuffy. That's kind of what's going on. But I figured the way that I would best be able to do this is to show one item of clothing, one item of fragrance, and one book at a time. My gifts to myself this year primarily consisted of beautiful clothing pieces and perfumes and books. So let's jump into the haul. This first dress that I'm going to share, I actually wore in the video right before this. It is by a company called Farm Rio, and I am just obsessed with their prints. They are a Latino brand, if I'm not mistaken, and they have beautiful, beautiful pieces that really showcase florals and vines and basically nature at its best. And there's just something so wonderful about being able to wear winter florals. Like, I never really thought of that as a concept before. I feel like florals are so associated with spring. So when I found this dress, I was really excited about it. I also love how modest and flowy and girly it is. I feel like it looks great by itself with boots. It can be dressed up, it can be dressed down. And so when I saw that this little guy had gone on sale, you better bet that I jumped on it hard. It was a huge sale too. It was almost 60% off or 70% off when I finally was able to get my hands on this dress. So I was definitely very excited to be able to add this to my collection. The next piece that I ended up picking up for myself was a lovely, lovely perfume scent, and that is none other than Creed. I did end up picking up a couple of Creed scents. I've never really owned Creed before, so I thought it would be fun to kind of mess around with the fragrance and see if I can't find anything. And I recently found that it's actually great to layer these scents as well. So I ended up picking up the what's this called? Royal Princess Oud in the 1 fluid ounce, sorry. And it is absolutely gorgeous. The notes on this, I don't know off the top of my head. Let me see if I can find those notes. It has notes of violet, rose, and bergamot at the top. And the heart of the fragrance is Tuscan iris, jasmine, and vanilla, and patchouli, and the base is oud, sandalwood, siam benzoin, and styrax. I don't know what those last two are, but I have to say it's a very interesting scent. It layers beautifully. It has that very floral quality, but the sandalwood and the oud, I think, bring out some of the classic scents that you find in Eastern culture, which is just so beautiful. It felt like home for me. I absolutely love this scent, and I didn't find the oud to be overpowering, which was great. I also ended up getting the travel case for this perfume, which I just think is so cute. The atomizer is really nice because you just pop it onto the top of the perfume and you can actually squeeze the fluid into this little bottle like you would for any other scent. And then you can pop it in a purse and run off with it, which I absolutely love. The next thing I'll share is a book because, of course, this channel is all about the books. So how could I have a Christmas without books? The first book that I picked up was actually featured in my holiday haul as well, but it was The Holiday Cottage by Sarah Morgan. I have since finished that book, and this is absolutely one of the sweetest books I've ever read. There's just a way that Sarah Morgan writes a story where I feel like even if you can predict every single thing that's going to happen in the book, the way she writes it, the emotions that she captures, the way she describes her characters, it's just so beautiful and it's so fun. You do also get a little bit of romance in it, but it's a closed door romance, which is great. There's not too much spice or anything like that. You actually get to see two characters genuinely fall in love and enjoy each other, which I think is just so special and oftentimes not found in books these days. I also just love this cover. It's so stunning and such a perfect wintry Christmas vibe. Moving on to our next piece, I ended up getting a credit on The RealReal because of items I have recently sold on their website, and I decided to use some of those residual credits towards buying myself a Christmas dress. And I ended up finding this stunning, stunning piece. It is absolutely lovely. I love the purple. I love the puka shells. I love the whimsical vibes of this dress. It's just, it's adorable and I'm obsessed with it. I love the colors and the pleating, and this one came in almost pristine. There's not a single stain on it. There's not a single color that has run. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. It looks like it would have been brand new in store had I picked it up from store, and I am obsessed. It is a size 4 in the designer size. I have recently discovered that I really like the prints and the quality of the materials and the sustainability that this particular company likes to talk about. And so I was very excited to be able to pick up such a gorgeous dress this Christmas. As you can see, I've really been into floral themes lately, so I was very excited to be able to pick up that beautiful dress. The other thing that I ended up doing this year, I had retained a lot of credits from various shopping trips for gifts, myself, family, whatever, at Bloomingdale's. And I had about a year's worth of credits that I had built up in my account. So I had almost $300 in notes as credits, which was absolutely incredible because they were also having a perfume sale this year during the holiday season. One of my favorite scents, which I think is insanely priced, it is genuinely insanely priced, but I was able to find at a discounted rate with a little added like sample that you can throw in your purse, was the lovely Baccarat Rouge. Now, this perfume, I think it is a stunning, stunning perfume. I think the notes of this is absolutely beautiful, but I do think the price point is insane. I don't understand how a perfume can cost like $600. But with the $300 credit and the sale that they were doing, I ended up getting this perfume for under $200, which is why I ended up picking it up. Also, my other one had run out. It is a stunning scent. The notes within this is jasmine and saffron primarily on the top notes. Then it has at the heart of the perfume ambergris and amber wood, and then the base is cedar and fir resin. So again, a very woodsy floral kind of scent, which is what I typically tend to gravitate towards. It's stunning. It is a beautiful scent, and I do find that the Intense wears a little bit longer than the original. The original is also significantly cheaper in price, and this one does have more oil and more of the actual notes of scent within the perfume bottle. So I'm hoping that this will last me quite some time. I'm hoping to make it last at least 2 years. But this is basically going to be like date night, special occasion kind of perfumes. We have 6 or 7 different weddings coming up this year. We have a lot of bachelorette parties coming up this year. We have family functions that are coming up this year. So I just really felt like there would be good use for this perfume this year. So I ended up getting this for myself at that discounted rate. And the other nice thing is because of the sales that were going on, I also ended up getting the travel size perfume as well. And this is about, I want to say 10 milliliters of perfume. So it's not a lot, but it's great to just pop into a purse and run off with. And the nice thing about this as well is that you can take this lid off and refill it if you need to. So it's great for like a little in your purse moment. The next thing that I ended up picking up were actually 2 books by author Catherine Walsh. This is a series, the Holiday Romance Fitzpatrick series, basically. There's a 3rd book in the series that I have not picked up. From my understanding, that's a novella short story, which I don't know if I'll be picking up or not, but I can honestly say these books filled my heart. Not only were they such amazing stories to read and just such fun family found dynamics, and the romance was built over time, which was great. There's only really one spice scene in each book, and it's very well placed near the end of the book. It's not overwhelming, and if you don't want to read it, you can absolutely skip it and not miss out on the story. But the dynamics of the characters in these stories are absolutely amazing. I will be talking more about the novels and the stories themselves in my December reading wrap-up, which will be coming out soon. But I have to say, like, Catherine Walsh definitely stole my heart with these books. I definitely see myself picking up other Christmas books that she's written in the future. And I can honestly say the Fitzpatrick family is absolutely amazing. I enjoyed every single moment of spending Christmas time with them. Next up, I got this beautiful, beautiful black blouse, which again was on sale. I love the holiday sales. I just feel like everything comes down at least 50%, which is great. I think anything, if you can find it at a better rate, at a better price, it just makes sense to wait. I was really upset to see some of the pieces that I had bought earlier this year on sale now for like 50% of what I paid for them. And so now that I know that this brand does sales, I definitely plan on waiting for the winter and the summer twice a year annual sales to pick up more pieces. But I just love how beautiful and whimsical and feminine the prints and the fabrics are with this brand. This is a beautiful, beautiful black top. I love the lace, and I actually ended up wearing this for our family trip to go watch Nutcracker this year. We try to watch it every year. It's also a tradition that my husband and I have decided to sign up for and start watching together. So this was just a very beautiful night. We also ended up going out for dinner afterwards at a wonderful Indian restaurant. We actually got some flambéed gulab jamun and stuff as well, which was great. Just a wonderful time. And it was really nice because my sister-in-law and her fiance had actually come down for the Christmas week and for the closure they have at their office for the holidays. So it was a lovely, lovely moment. So lots of pleasant memories already associated with this top, and I just think it's so beautiful and whimsical. The next book that I wanted to share is not a holiday related book, but Owlcrate did a huge sale over Thanksgiving where books were being sold for $10, and they had series, duologies, and things like that being sold for $10 for a set as well. So I ended up picking up this book called Modern Divination. It says on the back, I wake the body, the soul, and the mind. And this one just sounded so fascinating and interesting to me. I'll actually read the inside cover for you guys. The color of magic was gold. 23-year-old witch Aurelia Schwartz has always had to carefully balance her human life with her secret magical one. With a place at an elite Cambridge college, she almost has everything she could possibly want within her grasp, just so long as she follows the rules. Make no promises. Tell no one what you are and never stay the night. Except Aurelia's gift of green magic has begun to fade. Worse still, someone is hunting witches and stealing their powers. Reluctantly, Aurelia needs the help of fellow witch and dreadfully arrogant classmate Teddy Ingram. Together they seek refuge among his family in the remote corners of an already desolate town. But as she grows closer to Teddy, the power-hungry witch killer draws nearer too, and they threaten to destroy everything Aurelia holds dear. Modern Divination is a dark, witchy, contemporary fantasy from a brilliant new talent. So this one sounded really interesting to me. It feels kind of dark academia adventure vibes, which is honestly one of my favorite genres to read. So I will definitely be picking this up later in the year for that season, probably around August, and when fall is starting to come to life. I will say fall and winter are my favorite times of the year. Spring is wonderful. I hate summer. So that being said, I'm very excited for fall to come around again, and I'm already planning which books I want to read for the fall time. I actually ended up getting a lot more books than I thought I did, so we're going to focus on just books for a little bit. But the next book that I ended up getting for myself was Total Dreamboat by Caitlin Doyle. This again was part of that $10 sale on Owlcrate, which I was very excited about. And this one is a romance for the summer. So again, already trying to prep for the summer in hopes that I will be able to enjoy myself this year. Hope Laniver needs a vacation. Her relationship has imploded, her creative ambitions have flatlined, and she can't seem to locate the badass girl she used to be. So when her best friend invites her on a luxury cruise, she goes along with it, despite decidedly not being a cruise person. Felix Segrave, a sober, determinedly single, workaholic chef, hates leaving his restaurant and routine. But when his family surprises him with cruise tickets, he can't say no. He has disappointed them too many times in the troubled past. Hope and Felix are prepared to grin and bear it until they lock eyes at check-in. Suddenly, 10 days in the Caribbean doesn't seem so bad if it means a fling with a sexy stranger. But when their romantic demons catch up to them and a huge fight leaves them stranded in paradise, they must work together to make their way home. Can they navigate the stormy seas of love, or will they face romantic shipwreck? So, sounded interesting, drama-filled and entertaining, and I felt like for $10, it's a very cute book to have in hand. I absolutely love the vibes of this book and the cover of this book. It's just so cute. I love these printed covers where it has moments from the various scenes in the book on the physical copy of the book itself. And then I also love the interior cover with the summery pool vibes and everything else that's going on. I can definitely see myself taking this book out to the beach and just reading on the beach. That's definitely a very me thing to do for sure. And then here is the alternative cover that they provided for this book as well. Absolutely gorgeous, very, very stunning book. And I can't complain. I did enjoy it. The other books that I ended up picking up during the haul for the Owl Crate portion in particular included Upon a Starlit Tide by Kel Woods. This is a standalone novel, and it's kind of a retelling of The Little Mermaid. And I'm very excited to read this one. It's just so beautiful. I absolutely love the cover on this book. It says, when the tide reaches its peak and turns, the magic will fade. That is when you must return. On the inside cover, it says, Upon a Starlit Tide is a dark and enchanting historical fantasy combining elements of The Little Mermaid and Cinderella into a wholly original tale of love, power, and betrayal. Saint Malo, Brittany, France, 1758. For Lucinda Lyon, the youngest daughter of a wealthy French ship owner, the high walls of Saint Malo are more hindrance than heaven. While her sisters are interested in securing advantageous marriages, Luce dreams of escaping her elegant but stifling home and joining a ship's crew. Only Samuel, Luce's best friend and an English smuggler, understands her longing for the sea, secretly teaching her to sail whenever she can sneak away. For Luce, the stolen time on the water with Samuel is precious. One stormy morning, Luce's plans are blown off course when she rescues Morgan de Chatelaine, the youngest son of the most powerful ship owner in St. Malo, from the sea. Immediately drawn to his charm and sense of adventure, she longs to attend the glittering ball held in honor of his safe return and begins to contemplate a different kind of future for herself. But it is not only Luce's hopes that are at stake. The local fae are leaving Brittany and taking their magic with them, while the long-standing war with the English means St. Malo is always at risk of attack. As Luce is plunged into a world of magic, brutality, and seduction, secrets that have long been lost in the shadowy depths of the ocean begin to rise to the surface, as dangerous as any reef. And the truth of her own power is growing brighter and brighter, shining like a sea glass slipper, or the scales of a sea maid's tail. So this one sounded interesting to me. It feels very Little Mermaid vibes. It feels very like wintry vibes, which was great. I do hate this interior cover, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just a little too dark for me. I do prefer the happy, whimsical version of the cover. And then here is the physical book itself. Absolutely stunning. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous book. Cannot complain. Here are the painted edges of the book, and then it says on the side, be brave, be free. And then here is the inner cover, which is, again, very reminiscent of that Little Mermaid vibe, which I absolutely love. And then the other nice thing is that Owl Crate now does a little letter from the author for all the readers, as well as the signed copies of the books. So it just makes it a little extra special. And the fact that I was able to snag it for $10, like, I'm not complaining. And the last book I got in the Owl Crate $10 haul was The Nightmare Before Christmas. This one was also very cute and sounded entertaining to me. So I was like, okay, we'll pick it up and see what it has to offer. The inside cover of this book is so cute as well. Here is the alternative cover option, should you want to use that. And of course, the inner pages of this book are stunning. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I love the Christmas vibes, and it feels like a sweater inside of the book, which is great. This book is also, of course, signed, and we do have a note from the author as well, which is great and just so sweet. Here is the beautiful printed cover on this book as well, and I just am very excited for it. It kind of it feels like Christmas plus A Nightmare Before Christmas come to merge in this more adult version of the book. Definitely put that cover on backwards. Let's fix that, guys. My bad. I was wondering why it looked strange while I was putting it on. All right. Nicholas Cole Claus used to love Christmas until his father, the reigning Santa, turned the holiday into a PR facade. Cole will do anything to escape the spectacle, including getting tangled in a drunken, supremely hot makeout session with a beautiful man behind a seedy bar one night. But the heir to Christmas is soon commanded to do his duty. He will marry his best friend, Iris, the Easter princess, and his brother's not-so-secret crush, a situation that has disaster written all over it. Things go from bad to worse when a rival arrives to challenge Cole for the princess's hand, and Cole comes face to face with his mysterious behind-the-bar hottie Hex, the Prince of Halloween. So we have Halloween, Easter, and Christmas, guys. It's a fake competition between two holiday princes who can't keep their hands off each other over a marriage of convenience that no one wants, and it all leads to one of the sweetest, sexiest, messiest, most delightful, unforgettable love stories of the year. Now, unfortunately, with Christmas dues coming to an end, so this will probably not be picked up until next December, but I'm still very excited to have this book in hand. Honestly, Halloween is also one of my favorite seasons. Christmas is absolutely wonderful, and I think Easter can be fun too, so I'm very curious to see where this book will take me. We'll take a quick detour back towards the other items now. So the next item that I wanted to share is this beautiful, beautiful piece. It is a lovely linen material with silk and lace inlays within the piece. And it's just so cute. Great to wear with a t-shirt and just run out and do errands. It feels very summery, but I feel like you can also dress it up to be more winter vibes if you wanted to. And because it has the tie neck, it just kind of drapes over when you're wearing it, and I absolutely adore this piece. I do plan on wearing this at some point this holiday weekend, and I just feel like it's going to be such a beautiful, fun touch with a nice pair of jeans and brown boots. So definitely going to make it a winter vibe, but I love how summery and springy this top is as well. Oh boy. Okay, and then the next item that I wanted to share is going to be the last perfume purchase that I made for myself this year, and that is the Creed Elledaria perfume. There is a company called FragranceNet online, which has been established for years at this point, and they are one of those companies where you know that you're sourcing real product from them at a significantly discounted cost, and many times they also run promotions. So I ended up finding this Creed Elledaria perfume from them, and I have to say it is absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely rosy scent, which I'm obsessed with. I will tell you the exact notes shortly, if I can figure out what the notes are. Okay, so the top notes of this perfume are mandarin, bergamot, and pink pepper. And the heart notes of it is rose, peony, and lily of the valley, which is what I really love about this scent. And then the base notes are musk, vanilla, ambroxan, and cashmere wood. So you have a little bit of that light floral and a light citrusy scent at the beginning, and then it actually sinks into more of a heavy woodsy and deeper rich scent by the end of the scent. I usually hate a musk in a perfume, but I have to say Elledaria does it well. The other thing I love about this is it layers well with other scents, and it's also one of those scents that's surprisingly lasting. I feel like a lot of Creed scents don't last, and this one actually does last on the skin and clothes for a significant amount of time. I've only had to reapply when I wear this perfume like maybe once throughout the day. Which I really love. And again, with the discount and the reduced prices and the holiday sales and everything else, I got this bottle for a steal. So it was very exciting to be able to pick up such a lovely scent for the holidays. The next book that I wanted to talk about is The Mistletoe Kisser. I did end up picking up this book recently for the Christmas holidays as well, by Lucy Score. This book was also super cute. It is set in the Blue Moon series, and it therefore was a little hard to understand all the other character references and the meddling book club that is discussed in this book, because there were 8 books in this series prior to this book that I was unaware of. But I will say, that being said, it was still a very enjoyable book to read, and I definitely fell in love with our characters. We have a veterinarian who is obsessed with animals and loves all the animals on the farm. And then we have the brooding, angry gentleman who ends up finding himself in Blue Moon trying to help out his uncle, and has an accounting job, but realizes he's actually miserable in the big city, and finds the life of small town very charming and beautiful. And they've decided that they need a grump in the city, and he's the perfect catch to be the grump. Again, very sweet story. It was fun to read. It was enjoyable, and I definitely felt like it added to the Christmas vibes and spirits this year. The last top that I ended up getting this year was this beautiful blouse. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love the mint color. I love the frills on this beautiful top. I love how it just is such a flowy vibe. Again, it looks gorgeous with jeans, looks beautiful with skirts, looks really nice with a dress pant with this tucked in. It's just absolutely stunning, and I am obsessed with how flowy and beautiful this top is. I ended up picking it up for the holidays, again on sale. I just love the Christmas sales, guys, the Christmas and New Year sales and the Thanksgiving Black Friday sales. It's like everything is just a breath of fresh air when it's discounted. Anyways, but I did absolutely fall in love with how beautiful the print on this top is, and I'm very, very, very excited to style it and wear it. This one has not been worn yet, and I'm excited to enjoy it. I'm also planning on saving it for special occasions, so this might be one that gets worn later in February even, potentially, but we'll see. I'm very excited to enjoy this piece for sure. And this does bring me to the last few items of the video, which is the book of the month books that I ended up picking up for the month of December. These are books that I am very excited to read. I don't plan on reading 2 of the books until the 3rd book in the trilogy comes out, but I was very excited to be able to pick up Catherine Doyle's The Dagger and the Flame, as well as The Rebel and the Rose in this current box. I read wonderful reviews about this book. It's an enemies to lovers paranormal romance, and I'm very excited to see where the novels take me. From my understanding, the series is put together, so it's not like 3 standalone stories. The stories do relate to one another, so I was very excited to find out that the 2nd book was releasing this December. The first one came out in October 2024, so I'm hoping that the final book in the series will release at the end of this year, and then I will be able to dig into this series for the winter holidays. It says on the back, in a deadly game of revenge, the most dangerous mistake of all is falling in love, for the first book. And on the second one, it says, killer, lover, enemy, she would save him too, whether he liked it or not. So again, I'm very curious to see where the enemies to romance fantasy series will take me. And the book that really sealed the deal for me this year was none other than B.K. Borison's Good Spirits. Now, I have been waiting for this book to release. It's just so cute and so sweet, and I adored every second of reading the story. And again, I will talk about it more in the December reading wrap-up. But Good Spirits was just such a sweet novel. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment of it with B.K. Borison. It's a paranormal romance story. We have the story of Nolan, who is the ghost of Christmas past, basically coming out to haunt Harriet and telling her that he is going to go out of his way to figure out what she may have done wrong in her past to help her move forward in her future. Harriet, on the other hand, is very confused because she feels like she's lived a relatively happy life. She doesn't think she's really harmed anyone or offended anyone in any way. So she's very confused as to why she's being haunted by ghosts, because she feels like she's the least Scrooge person out there. So between the two of them, they're a little confused as to why they've been assigned together. And as they go on their journey of figuring out the past, Nolan comes to find a little surprise throughout the course of the book. It's a absolutely adorable paranormal romance story, and I would strongly recommend for anyone who's looking for a good Christmas, holiday, winter book, definitely consider picking up Good Spirits. And that does bring me to the end of this part 1 haul video of everything that I got for myself this Christmas. Definitely share with me what you guys loved and enjoyed about your Christmas holidays. Of course, for me, the biggest gift of all was getting to see my family, spending time with my parents and my brother, who came all the way out over Christmas to spend time with us. My grandfather just turned 70, so we were able to do a beautiful 70th function for him and my mother-in-law, which was so sweet, and it was amazing to see both the families blend together. It was also really nice for my sister-in-law and her fiance to come down. We also got to see my fiance's brother as well as his girlfriend, and so that was really fun as well, just to get to know their side of the family a little bit better. And then, of course, I'm always thankful and grateful for my amazing husband and my beautiful cats, who make every day a wonderful, wonderful holiday for me. And it's just so nice to be able to come home to them. But outside of that, the little beautiful things that I got for myself, I hope you guys enjoyed me sharing those here on this channel. I just love a good wintry book, and I love a good book sale. I love a good clothing sale. I love a good haul, as you guys can see, especially when it's on sale. So it was definitely a very fun Christmas for me, and I did have fun opening up these gifts for myself as well. In the next video that comes out, I will definitely be doing a part 2 where I'll share all the gifts and amazing things that I received from my loved ones, which they absolutely did not have to do, and it was just so special to be able to open all of those items as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely consider coming back for part 2. That being said, for those of you that are new here, I promise the primary norm of this channel is books. So if that's something that you guys love and are interested in, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell. I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Would love to see you as part of the bookish community. For those of you that are returning, I have some exciting videos planned for the month of January, especially with it being the new year. I can't wait to talk about all the 2025 book favorites and the upcoming new releases that we're all anticipating and waiting for. And of course, just diving into the new year with these amazing books that I had on my January TBR, which I'll share as I get through the books as well. So thank you for all of your support and for being here every few days to watch these videos and to be a part of this bookish community and to support me as I continue this YouTube journey of just sharing everything I love about books. It's just so nice to be able to share it with people who understand my love and passion for books as well, and to watch your videos and your channels and read your comments and talk to you guys as well. I will leave everybody with this. I hope wherever you are and whatever holidays you celebrate, whatever background you're from, that you're getting plenty of time during this season to sit down, relax with a cup of tea or hot cocoa, or if you're in some warm climate, a nice cold beverage or drink of your choice, and you're getting plenty of time to read and spend time with your loved ones and your family. I hope everyone is safe during this season and feeling loved and cherished, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.